Channel. My name is Sudha London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. This is all my thoughts, my speculations, and my opinions. Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. I'd like to start by thanking all my subscribers, my viewers, for all your help, support, mindfulness, kind, thoughtful comments you leave behind in the channel. I love the nice conversations me and my subscribers have in the comment channel. May the victims rest in peace. Condolence to their families. Don't know if their correct justice will ever be served, but I hope one day we really find out what really happened that night. Today I'd like to focus on Kaylee G. Kaylee Gongalves was dating Jack D. I believe they broke up 3 months before the unalivings, according to the police reports. My question is, did Jack D get over Kaylee? Because it is Kaylee who broke up with Jack D and not the other way around. As a licensed mental health counselor, we work with people that have relationship problems, issues. Whether it's couples counseling, whether it has to do with separation, divorce, splitting custody when it comes to the children, financial issues, such things. Domestic violence, DV, is another thing that we really work on. We always know that breakup is rough. Not only rough, it can lead to emotional, psychological effects that can be temporary or that can be permanent. It depends how the relationship went or ended. Out of all the reports I've read so far, which is just some, the one that drew most of my attention was Jack D's reports. I've spoken about it before, but today I'd like to speak about it in details. Like I said, or like Baby Huda said, this is on my speculations, my thoughts, and my opinions. Love to give out a shout out to Bianca Jane. She made me Baby Huda. She's a very creative, lovely person, a very good friend. And Bianca is one of our first subscribers in this channel, so I really do appreciate her. Love to give out a shout out to Outcast. He's always there promoting channels. I believe he deserves the same. Skoom Marchi, I hope I said it right, has the channel too. Skoolamachi or Skoolmachi. Give him a shout out to guys. Subscribe to these channels. They definitely deserve subscribers, viewers, Not only are they creative and have talent, but they're very kind and they help to promote other channels. So I believe you should do the same. It goes both ways. And my last but not least shout out goes to Denise. Real eyes analyze. Very intelligent person. She does a lot of research in this case. So love you, Denise. My subscribers, my viewers, my subscribers who really respect y'all. Love your opinions, love the thoughts you'll share. I love the passion and motivation you'll have in finding justice for these 4 victims. Now let's go back to this case. In the beginning of this case, we were told that Kaylee had a stalker. The police were debunking it very quickly. Pay attention to how many things were being debunked by the police immediately. When the reporters were asking the police if the victims were gagged, Chief Roy hesitated and then said no. It happened in both the press conference. Now, if you know it didn't happen, if Chief Roy knew that no victims are gagged, it would have come out instantly. Why take your time, look around and say no? The detective who took the interview with Jack D said that on the 15th of November, when he took the first interview with Jack D turned around and had to answer the phone from his mother. His mother called, he picked up the phone, spoke to his mother privately, came back to the detective, and he said, "I need my attorney to be present." There's nothing wrong in having your attorney to be present. In fact, it's advisable to have an attorney with you. But what I find strange is that Jack D already agreed to the interview. So what changed? Did the questions start getting tougher? Did the cops notice something that made them suspicious of Jack D? Jack D was asked to draw each and every victim's room in 1122 King Road. DM wasn't asked that. She was asked where the rooms were located, some of the rooms, but she was never asked to draw the rooms. That is very important. Shawalter wasn't asked, and we don't even know if Shawalter has been in that house. I would assume everybody or half of the campus has been to that house. I don't mean it as disrespect, but it was a party house. We can't ignore that. And we shouldn't ignore that. The officer said that I noted in looking at the phone reports that there were several texts the night before between Jack D and Kaylee. We know that Kaylee and Maddie called Jack D 10 times on the whole, but we don't know why they called him. Could it be possible that they saw something? Or could it be possible that they thought they saw Jack D outside and just wanted to be sure? Could it be possible that Jack D was inside the house, in my opinion, calling from Maddie and Kaylee's phone to himself? Now, why do I say such things? And this is all in my opinion. If you pay attention, the officer said that they found bullet fragments in Jack D's house. He shares the house with a couple of roommates, including Adam Lauder. Maddie, what did you tell Adam? I told Adam everything. That Adam louder. There was 5 to 6 red liquid drops found at Jack D's kitchen. But what concerns me most is, especially as a licensed mental health counselor, when we have Jack D is professor concerned for him. Jack D, his professor, was so concerned for him that he referred him to the mental health team. Because the professor told the detective, and it's written in the reports, he was concerned for Jack D. Because Jack D had the fallout or broke up with his longtime girlfriend, Kaylee. Now, why would a professor automatically say that it was due to the breakup? Was Jack D scribbling Kaylee's name over the walls in the classroom, or writing her name on his homework and his work? Or was he maybe stalking Kaylee? Could the professor have been worried that Jack D was taking this breakup so badly that it could end up hurting Kaylee? Not only physically, maybe emotionally. Why didn't Jack D contact the mental team he was referred to, is my question. People may look at this as a small factor. I look at this as a red flag. And I'm sure any therapist would have, any psychologist would have, anyone from the mental health team would have. Teachers, professors, nurses would have found it. People who have been and especially people who have been through DV, people who have been through awful breakups, who've experienced such things, would have been concerned. Isn't it interesting that there's mention of a stalker? Was Jack D the stalker? Could Jack D have been that stalker? I love what somebody said in my comments. Shout out to her. She said, Huda, could it be possible that the person in the bushes who called Murphy and Kaylee was scared she couldn't see who the person was in the bushes? Could that be possible that it was actually Jack D? Because the dog would have ran to his daddy, his owner. Makes sense. From the beginning of this case, we have always heard that Jack D, from the college students, that Jack D was suspect number one. We've heard of Jack Schwartz and the Davids too. But Jack D has always been on my radar. Because Jack D, people observe things differently. From day one, I pointed this out, that Jack D has injuries on his fingers. His face was swollen. His hand was swollen. Not everyone will agree, and that's what I love. That's the beauty. You can agree to disagree without being disrespectful. I've always said Jack D is one person I've noticed that has literally a fan base. He has bouncers, he has fans, he has YouTube creators supporting him. But I see what I see from 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago. From 13th of November up to today, I haven't changed my opinion. And now that we have a professor that's concerned for Jack D, that makes me believe more and more that Jack D could have been involved. He had a motive, crime of passion, revenge possible. Katie was his target, in my opinion. DNA samples was taken in his house and bullet fragments was found. Isn't that strange? What did the surviving roommates say? DM and BF, didn't they say that BF said she heard sounds that sounded like firework? So was Jack D playing with some kind of firework? Or was he actually playing with actual bullets? That's my question. My final question is, what really surprises me is that Jack D told the detective, when he was asked, what vehicle do you drive? He said he's driving a vehicle that he borrowed from Steve Gonsalves. Now, usually, if your daughter breaks up with a boyfriend, why would he let your boyfriend continue using the family vehicle? He ain't part of the family anymore. You can always be close to y'all. We saw the look that Jack D got from Steve Gonsalves on stage when he was hugging Kaylee's mother. And I find it so baffling, so shocking actually, that Jack D says that the 17-minute call that he's saying that he did not speak to Kaylee, but he's saying that when Kaylee called and the phone was on for 17 minutes, he's saying that he was sleeping. He must have hit his hand accidentally thinking it was the alarm. Now, there's a difference between the alarm and between the calling signal. The answer signal, apologize. That would have shown the green button. You can't. An alarm, you literally have to get up and put the alarm off. So nice try, Jack D. Where were you that night? And why is your hands injured? And why was DM busy filling you with the news quickly? Right in front of the police in the 911 call. That's when the officer called you. What were you hiding behind your back? Why was your hand behind your back? Did you have a machete strapped on your back is my question. The reason I ask that is everyone needs to pay attention when he turns around. Just zoom in. There's something bulgy, long, sticking out of, not sticking out, but literally bulging in his hoodie. Why was your fingers injured? Why did you have a band-aid on one of your fingers, Jack D? And why do your fingers and DM's fingers look like they're burnt? Were you burning clothes? Were you using strong detergents to get rid of all certain things at the crime scene? All these are important questions that I'm asking myself from the beginning. But the fact that we have more DNA on this man, the fact that his professor was concerned, says a lot to me. In fact, it says everything I need to know. Subscribers, let me know what you'll think about this. Jack D and DM are sus number one in my opinion, and BF. None of the call 911. And isn't it strange? After the last call with Jack D, or after the last call that was called to Jack D, and he did not answer. After that, there was a 2:53, 2:55, we hear a female yelling, "Stop it, stop," on the police body cam. And you can hear that to Linda Lane too. Isn't that strange? Steve, why were you letting him borrow your vehicle? And why were you giving him that look at the memorial? Was Jack D the man who targeted your daughter? Was he the stalker? Is my question. Guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Remember, this is all my opinions.